Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with another Disabled Vet's Perspective, and today we're going to discuss interfering with an election. Yes, folks, that's right. Apparently, it's illegal for the Republicans to do it, but quite all right for the Democrats to do it. And I got a few examples. We have, well, first of all, I mentioned in other videos that the Democrats are running in this race primarily to protect themselves from potential indictment and prosecution. They figure that as long as they are running as a candidate, it is illegal to go after them for any crime that they committed because that's interfering with an election. But that's only illegal for a Republican to go after them because of interfering with an election. One of the best examples, this crap going on with Crimea. They think that, oh, well, since President Trump is looking into corruption over there, he's trying to interfere with the candidate known as Creepy Joe. So they're saying you can't go after him for his crimes because he's running for president. So what they've done is they're trying to use this first attempt to stop the president from going after them for their criminality because of the elections. But what happened was President Trump is looking into corruption in Crimea having to do with the 2016 election. Doesn't give a damn about the 2020 election. He still wants to find out who tried to nail him to the wall and destroy his whole family from 2016. So that's what he's trying to get to the bottom of. But immediately the Democrats want to use this rule that they have. You can't look into his crimes because he's running for president. So they're using that as the cover for Joe Biden. And boy, it is bright out here. Hot too. But anyway, so that's an example of a President Trump cannot go after any Democrat candidate. And immediately after Giuliani got on the news and started to expose the crimes of Creepy Joe and his son, the Biden campaign sent a letter out to all of the media agencies and said to block Giuliani from having any media access. Don't allow him to come back on, don't book him. But that is interfering with an election too, because they're saying that Giuliani is speaking on behalf of Trump and that, everything he's going to say is going to be a lie. Well, they don't know that, but that's just their talking point. But anyway, so Biden's campaign can stop somebody on Trump's side from speaking, but Trump can't look into anything having to do with corruption on the DNC side of the aisle. Another example would be this deal with all of these hearings, these inquiries going on having to do with trying to impeach Trump. Think about the members that are seated in these committees. Several of these members are DNC candidates. So somehow it's okay for them to sit on a committee and participate in hearings that directly involve the candidate that is going to be potentially competing against them in the upcoming election of 2020. So it's okay for them to push their narrative and their talking points while they're doing their not under oath questioning that they're allowed to lie through their teeth about. They can do this, but President Trump can't look into DNC corruption. Again, they don't want him messing with their candidates because of the future election. So it's again okay for Democrats to interfere with elections, but it is not okay for anybody in the GOP to question any criminality that has been done by the Democrats. The hypocrisy is beyond fascinating. It's just truly epic. And it's blatant. They do this stuff now without any hesitation. And look at this, the situation with Nancy Pelosi, all of a sudden pushing hard for impeachment of President Trump. And, you know, she didn't have any evidence at all when she came forward and said, we're impeaching him today. Well, they wanted him gone like before he could release the document about his transcripts of his phone call. I mean, they wanted him gone like that night. So they're still pushing forward with this, even though they have evidence to show that it's all crap and that everything that they tried to create in their talking points has been totally debunked, but they're still pushing it. And then you have Adam Schiff over here creating a total fabrication of a transcript that he says President Trump really meant to say. Well, that is insane that somebody who's sitting at a chair position of one of the committees can create a fabrication just out of the air and then feed that to the American people as if it's the gospel and that it's the God-honest truth. It's just amazing what they are getting away with. I would say trying to get away with, but they're getting away with it. So one of my favorite people I like to listen to is Deb over there at Truthification Chronicles, and she has put forward a petition to have these members on committee removed if they are DNC candidates, because it's an absolute conflict of interest to have these people sitting in hearings and on committee at the same time they are candidates running for the position in the DNC to be the competitor of Donald Trump. So that conflict of interest needs to be checked real quick, and I'm going to put the link down here. I got all my links down there for all my contact information through the VA and for, you know, crisis hotline and stuff like that. But right above all of that, I'm going to put this link. Deb created a petition, and I will have it in there. Please go to that and sign that petition to have these people removed from committee, or even if they're not removed from their position on the committee, they need to be, what is that stupid word? They need to recuse themselves from any hearing having to do with these impeachment inquiries. They should not be allowed to participate in those. So I'm going to put that link down there. Y'all please go sign it. Let's try to get something changed around here. Nothing's going to happen if people don't do anything. And, you know, they need 100,000 signatures for it to be brought before the White House, I'm guessing, or to get an answer from the White House. So, she just posted that today. She did it on a video. Excuse me. So I'm going to take that link, put it down there, and hope I can get you guys to sign it. But we got to start doing something. And it's not going to be one or two of us that can do it. It's got to be all of us together. And we'll win this battle. It's just, we win every conflict. We're just, you know, the war is hard to fight when they own all the media. And every tech outlet and every media outlet is totally liberal and pushing a propaganda narrative. It's hard to compete against that out here on their tube. So, you know, the few people we can get a hold of, we need to get to participate in making changes to our system. So anyway, that's what I've got. And again, I'm putting a link down there. Y'all please go sign that. And until next time, y'all, stay in the fight.